Hello everybody, this is Oak Tree Tarot Reader here and welcome to my pick a card video. So as you can see by the title, today's question is, what is this connection between us? So something's going on with you and your person of interest, but you can't make any sense of it. Hopefully today we'll be able to look at the energies between you and help you make some sort of sense out of it. So I've set up 4 different options. We have the Creme Egg, Caramel, Wispa and Crunchie Bits. That's 1, 2, 3 and 4. I'm putting the timestamps in the description box and pinning them as top comment. So when you've closed your eyes, got nicely relaxed, got your mind on your person of interest and asked yourself the question, what is this connection between us? You can make a choice and then click on the timestamps and see me at your reading. But I just want to remind you that this is going to be a general reading. It's not going to be aimed at you specifically, and you're just going to have to adapt what I say to the relationship between you and your person of interest, because some of you might have a romantic connection, or there's chemistry, you have a crush on them, all that kind of thing. But this could equally be a family relationship or a work relationship. So I'm trying to keep it open, and you'll just have to, as I say, adapt what I say to your particular situation. So if you need a little bit more time to make your choice, please press pause, because I am now moving on to the readings. Okay, those of you that chose the first option, the Creme Egg chocolate. Let's see what's going on in this connection between you and your person of interest. So these are to represent the connection and then to clarify this card. So the first card is Aloe Vera Soothe. These are new cards, by the way, and the link to find them on Amazon will be in the description box for you to click on. You don't have to buy them from Amazon. You could find them somewhere else, but at least you're able to see what the title of them is and do your own search. The same with all the cards that I'm using, by the way. All the links are in the description box. So to clarify this Aloe Vera Soothe, I mean, the connection is very soothing. It's meant to soothe you or them, maybe mutually. But we've got the High Priestess, the Two of Swords, and the 8 of Coins. So the connection's a soothing one, or it's meant to soothe you. So if you don't find a sense of peacefulness and calm in it, that's the purpose of the connection. This is, in a sense, the reason why it's in existence. So it might be for them, maybe you're helping them out. I feel it could be with a decision, because we've got the Two of Swords. In a sense, the purpose of the connection is to do with using intuition, that sense of the soul, of the gut, of the part of ourselves that transcends our mind, using our intuition to decide something about work. It's the 8 of Coins, it's the master. He's the master worksman. He's an artist in this deck. He's painting something glorious and he's going to work at it until it's finished. So it's the act of working, of leaving the apprenticeship behind and putting in the hours and becoming a master at something. So using your intuition to decide to become a master, or using your instincts, or using your inner knowing, supplemented by knowledge. It feels like they're meant to help you grow up in some way, into maturity, into an understanding of something that will allow you then to make progress. And this could be in your life. It doesn't have to be in your career. It could be in a relationship. But the progress can be made because you have the knowledge, and they are imbuing you with the ability to do that, to see that, to feel that, to be that. This is a simple message, nice and simple. What is this connection? An intuitive one that's worked at. You can work at this connection. You've got to make a decision and you're not sure what to do, or they're not sure what to do because of the blindfold. It's in a sense you've got to just go within to make the choice, which words to use, which thought to use, because it's swords, remember. It's about what conversation, what words to use, what ideas to pursue. So in a sense, the soothing comes from being able to choose one over the other, because not being able to make a decision is a horrible position to be in. Horrible position to be in, but they're going to release you from it, or you're going to release them from it. If you know they've got a choice to make and not you, it's to do with them. You're there to help them make a choice. But it's about working on something that needs to be mastered, really, before the rewards can be, accumulated. Because after the 8 of coins is the 9 of coins, the 9 of pentacles, and that's the abundant, self-sufficient woman. Somebody who is capable and able. So it's to enable you to get further down the line. So where is this connection going to lead you? And then the romance angel's message. So this is like at the moment where the destination of this connection is. This isn't set in stone. This is like the outcome. If this card comes up and you're like, oh no, you can change things. You have free will. You can make choices that avoid this scenario. The 10 of Swords, and we also have let go of control issues, allow this situation to unfold naturally. So I think that part of this makes a bit more sense. Part of what this connection's teaching you to do is to, I think, learn to deal with uncertainty, to be soothed with not knowing what's going to happen next. I mean, one of the attractions of tarot, astrology and fortune telling is that you have an idea, a glimpse into the future, so that you're sort of forewarned, is forearmed, you've got an idea of what's going to happen. It's not so frightening. But as I tell basically everybody is that tarot only reflects the energies of now. This is why, a lot of tarot is for entertainment purposes only. It's not about actually telling you what's going to happen. It's going to say what potentially could happen. It's why it's always better to ask questions of tarot that do reflect on relationships that you currently have, rather than ones that you hope to have or will have, or, are aiming towards having. Because situations change. This is why you can be attracted to a different section, pile on the same video at different points. So this person's teaching you how to rely on your intuition in order to deal with I feel uncertainty because of this let go of control issues, to teach you to let things just happen without being frightened about it. And once that's happened, the connection's finished. It's sort of the lesson has been learned, like the soul, the karma, the soul lesson, the soul connection's finished, if that's the way you prefer to look at it. But absolutely they are there to soothe you and to help you in this way. And then once you or they have gone through the lesson, I think it's just going to come to a natural end. And I feel that this is not you or them, but the control issues, the reason why you need soothing. Because he's at peace. The damage is done, he's at peace, his time is at an end, and they're taking care of him in the only way that they can. He's being buried. And so I think that whatever the issues are going to be buried and finished. But some of you got to take care of these control issues and not try and control this situation or them, because it could end up not working as well for you, blowing up in your face even for some of you. But yeah, it's going to come to an end naturally when it needs to, when the connection's finished. That's a nice, clear, simple message. Those of you that chose the Creme Egg. I hope that it's helped you. Please let me know in the comments section if it resonates. I always read everybody's comments and answer them if they need answering, when I can. So yeah, I hope everything goes well with you in this connection. I wish you all the best of luck. Please take very good care of yourself. Thank you very much for listening to me, and goodbye. Okay then, those of you who chose number 2, the caramel, here's your reading. So we've got the first card. This is a new deck, and I'm put the link in the description box for you to find it on Amazon. You don't have to buy it from Amazon. You can choose another retailer, but it just allows you to find it on there. And then you can have a search for yourself. So this card actually symbolises the connection between you and your person of interest. And then these are the clarifying cards. So we've got lemon, bitterness. Well, that's straight off. There's not a lot of happiness necessarily in this card. In this connection, because of this card. I mean, I'm drawn to the fact that there's lemonade there. But what you got to remember is, like, when they say, oh, when life gives you lemons, make lemonade. You need a heck of a lot of sugar to make lemonade. Otherwise, you just end up with watery lemon juice, watered down lemon. You really do need sugar in there. So next we've got 2 of coins, 4 of coins, 3 of cups. Okay, so what's going on with this connection? Wow, the sun's just come out. What's going on with this connection is bitterness. I don't think things are going very well, because there's a juggling between 2 things. There's a juggling between being conservative, being not open, basically. The 4 of coins is normally the man sitting down, holding on to his coin, and he's got his 2 feet on the other 2 coins, and he's got 1 coin on his head, and it's like he's hugging, he's not open, he's closed. This bloke looks closed, he's got lots going on, but he's keeping hold of his 4 pentacles, and he's got his head down. He's not open for discussion. He's moving at great pace. So is this person. So there's lots of swinging to and froing, hopping from one foot to the other, juggling the pentacles, the coins in this deck, and then hoarding the coins, hoarding. It could be money, this could be love. That the coins in because it's such an open reading, can represent whatever your connection with this person is. So it's romantic, it's about having mixed feelings, in a sense, about juggling between loving and hating. This is where the bitterness is coming from. And then there's a hoarding of the self because of this 3 of cups. The painter is working hard. He's got his palette out, he's got paint, he's got the brushes, but he's painting 3 women having fun, having a drink, the 3 women of the 3 cups. And there's 3 cups on the table, but no one else is there. So he's working hard, in essence, but painting someone else having fun. And it just calls to me that this is someone else is having fun, and the other person is thinking, I'm not sure about this connection. And there's a sense of that between you. There's a sense that one's investing more than the other. Because what first came to mind when I looked at this is he's painting the woman that's out having fun with her friends and he's not with him. So he's working, she's having a bit of a laugh. And this can be, you're thinking this about your boyfriend or whatever. Yeah. There's just not communication. There's not an exchange of love and affection. There's not an exchange of positivity and positive emotions that come with a relationship. And this is where the toing and froing, I feel that someone gives, another takes, but there's no balance between it. And at the moment, there's lots of not giving and not being there to take. And this is where the bitterness comes in. It doesn't come across as a very good connection or relationship to me. So this card represents the destination of this relationship, this connection, the outcome. It's not set in stone. Tarot always reflects the energies sort of now. So this is what where you're headed towards if nothing changes. But if you look at this and think, no, I don't like it, you can take action to change it. And we've got the romance angels as an extra bit of information. 3 of Wands. Worth waiting for. Divine timing is at work in your love life. I think quite clearly to me, this destination is that someone's going to fly off and seek pastures new, seek new lands. Like the hawk, the eagle, the whatever, has been let loose to roam free and find what it seeks. He's been looking out, and now the crow's been sent off. And worth waiting for. There's something on the other side of this relationship that's worth the effort that you've gone into with this relationship or this connection. So you're gonna learn from this and be better at the end of it. But it just speaks to me that the wings are flying off there, and then they've got the wings. It's like they've landed, and what they've found has been worth waiting for. So I'm going to say that what's going on here is not necessarily that brilliant, and that at the moment, if it carries on the way it is, someone's going to fly off. Could be you, could be them. But this is changeable. If you're thinking, no, I really want this connection to work for whatever reason, you can put the effort in. You just need to deal with these energies of not being able to pin down what the connection's about, what the connection's for. And you can change relationships and connections, whatever they are, to better suit yours and your person of interest's needs. But at the moment, I don't think there's any much knowledge of exactly what you both want. That's what I'm picking up from this. It's like there's a mixture of, can't decide whether I want to pin them down and have them as mine, hold them down and keep them so no one else can get them, or let them fly so they can go off and get drunk and be free. And at the moment, the balance is leaning towards freedom. So I'm going to leave that there with you. Straight to the point reading. I hope that it's helped you. Please let me know in the comments section. All the links are in the description box, so you can find these on Amazon if you want to buy any of them. Otherwise, I'm going to leave you with the reading. Please take very good care of yourself. Thank you very much for listening to me, and goodbye. Okay then, number 3 is Whispers. What's going on between you and your person of interest? What's going on in this connection? So I've got a new deck. So the link to find it on Amazon is in the description box. Of course, you don't have to get it from Amazon. You can get it from anywhere you like, but that's how you're going to find it. And obviously links for all the other cards I use. So Nettle Caution. So that's the overall card for the connection. So what's going on between the two of you is there's not any trust. You're both cautious of each other. That's the combined energies. To clarify that caution card, that nettle card, we have the 9 of coins, 10 of coins, 2 of cups. So what comes to mind is what's going on with this connection is that it's definitely something to do with money, security, assets. Whatever your relationship with them is, whatever your connection is. The reason that there's caution is that there is a connection. It's the 2 of cups. It's the connection card. It's an agreement card. It's a, we'll drink on that then. It can be loving, but it can also be equally a business relationship where, like, let's have a drink and shake hands and sign the deal. So we have 9 of Pentacles and 10 of Pentacles. So there's still a lot of independence. These two characters are very independent. He is wealthy. He's got a crown. He's certainly wealthy enough to afford armour. She's rich. She's got a gorgeous dress. She's got fancy hair. She's surrounded by all the grapes. Expensive. She's got 3 followers, 3 worshippers, 3 men to do her bidding. There's a sense here that you both have everything you want. You know, they or you. You know, I'm just, you know, going that this is the man and this is you, the woman, because most of my viewers tend to be women that are attracted to men, but adjust it as to suit you. He's got everything he needs. He's not looking for anything or anyone. He's got his 9 pentacles. He's got everything he needs. He's not looking at her. She's not looking at him. She's not even really looking at her 3 followers. She's just absolutely overwhelmed with everything that she's got. So I feel that the caution is a sense that you're both frightened of what you're going to lose if you go for the connection. That what you have is precious. Even if you're actually looking and saying, what I've got isn't, you know, a vast amount. It's actually, I have a modest income. I have, you know, modest possessions and whatever. It doesn't matter what you've got, you value. It doesn't mean that you're, you know, got thousands in the bank. You know, I think we all wish that. But whatever you've got, whatever you've managed to accumulate from your life is of value, and it's the same for them. One of you might have more than the other because it's 9 to 10. But I'm taking the gist of it is that you both have things that you value, that you've worked hard for, and you're not necessarily willing to risk it. Maybe due to past failures or because it's just been so hard to accumulate this stuff. Hence the caution. But there is an attraction, there is a connection, there is an agreement. Even if the attraction is in they'd be a great employee and they look at you and think you'd be a great employee, you know, employer, employee. It could be loving. But this is to be, in a sense, overcome if the connection's going to reach this point. And there's 2 against 1 here. So it would be interesting to see these 2 cards, which represent... This is like the destination, the outcome card for this connection. If things carry on the way they are, this is highly likely where it'll end up. If this card doesn't come across very well and you're thinking, no, I don't want this connection to end in that way, you can change things. You can look and decide to try and improve your chances. So don't feel it's set in stone. It is not. Because I feel that you and this person actually would very much like this connection, but you're both cautious. And it's to do with what you've achieved in life. You're worried about losing what you've achieved because it's been hard work. King of Wands. Free yourself. It's time to take back control of your life. I actually think there's a really good chance here for this connection. It could go one of either way, obviously. I mean, I've got to include the fact that some of you might decide to free yourself of this connection and take control of your life. But equally, I'm leaning more towards the fact that you're going to take control of your life because you're not going to allow fear to control you. You're not going to allow your life to be hemmed in and penned in. You're going to actually think, no, I've got to risk something at some point. The King of Wands... It's the king of fire, of passion, adventure. He's experienced, he's capable, he's certainly he's not green or anything, he's absolutely an experienced man. This is not his first rodeo. He is fully empowered and in control of himself and his impulses. This is why he's so successful. He's made his mistakes, but he's learnt the value of taking risks. So actually, I think there's going to be a risk taken in this connection in some way to try and get a fighting chance for this connection to work. And I think you're freeing yourself from fear of failure, from not looking at each other. And overriding the sense of caution. Sometimes there's a phrase that I use quite a lot for friends and people around me, which is, don't borrow trouble. By which I mean, don't anticipate problems before they've happened. It's like, don't worry about things twice. If something's going to happen, it's going to happen. and there's no point worrying about it before it happens and then going through the trauma again when it happens. Because most of us, if we can see a problem heading towards us from a distance, we'll take action to prevent it or mitigate what goes on with it. You know, I know very few people that actually actively see a speeding car coming at them and they just stay in the road. Most people just walk off. Yeah. I think you're going to get to a point where there's a risk taken. So you'll have to let me know in the comment section. You'll have to let me know in the comment section if this is true, if this resonates with you, if it makes any sort of sense, and if it does come out bear fruit, how it works out for you both. So what I'm going to do is say thank you very much for listening to me. I wish you all the best of luck for the future. Please take very good care of yourself, and goodbye. Okie dokie. Last but not least, number 4, the Crunchie Bits. That's the crunchy chocolate. Let's see what this connection has going for it. Get the cards in order. Now, this is a new deck. The link is in the description box to find it on Amazon. And the links to all the other cards as well if you wanted to purchase them. You don't have to get them off Amazon. I'm just putting the links there because it's easy for me, and you can click on them and then find them elsewhere if you can find them cheaper to buy. So I only wanted one card to come out with this. All the others only got one of these cards, but 2 flung themselves out as I was shuffling, so I accepted them. So we've got, this is the connection, by the way, and then these cards clarify these 2. So we start off with Coriander, Immortality. Then we have Sage, Purification. This is looking good already. The Moon, Knight of Cups, which I've got space, Ace of Swords. I'm just going to move that down and move these across because I've got it set up so I could fit all of them on, but because we've got an extra card, it's not left me the space I need. So, okay, I mean, this is just straight up clear to me. This is not a complicated message. The purpose of this connection is to permanently purify something out of you. And it's to do with your deepest dreams. It's like dreams come true, the parts of you that only come out when you dream, your subconscious, the murky parts of ourselves that are neither good nor bad, just confusing. This is to purify these out, and it's to help you deal with emotions and feelings that you do not own. You do not take responsibility for these. You push them onto other people. This Knight of Cups is emotionally immature. He allows his emotions to run away with him. He is the charmer. He is the knight that just thinks about his own desires and his own needs and will seduce a girl and then leave her. You know, he's got this horse, but he doesn't know how to handle it. It's too much for him to handle it. It's too much horse flesh. He can't, he's got his hands up. He can't hold the reins and control it. But this is the Ace of Swords. Ere my breath to dare. This is what it says. And it means a brand new intellectual undertaking. It's a new idea. This connection is to, I'm saying you because it's your reading, but for some of you, you might think it's more to do with them. That's fine, but I'm thinking it's you. It's to purify out the unconscious, subconscious emotions that in a sense you can't control, that control you, that you will not take responsibility for, that you might even, some of you, whether you like to hear this or not, try and push that onto other people. It's their fault this happened. But by meeting them, you let go of that and you start to come around to a new idea, which, surmising, extrapolating, is that you will take responsibility for your own emotions. It's like growing up. It's maturing, becoming an adult. it's a change. It's forever. You won't go back to being emotionally immature, or they won't go back to being emotionally immature. It's an important connection for you or for them or for both of you, where you can learn to understand your motives for things. You know, if you're confused why you do stuff, this connection is going to help you understand why you do things the way you do. You know, it's a way of self-analysis. It's of understanding of the self, of understanding your motives and why you do things and why you want to do things, and then actively deciding, I think for a lot of you, that you don't want to do that. You don't want to be that person. And it's because of this connection. This is good. This is somebody that's really going to do you a lot of good, or you're going to do them a lot of good. If you're recognising that you're the mature person, you're going to do them a lot of good. But, you know, if you're big enough and honest enough to admit that maybe you've been the childish one, the immature one, you know, that this will change you, and you'll get new ideas on how to deal with things, which, you know, will probably be needed, whoever the reading connects most to. So this card represents the destination of this connection. It's the outcome, but it's not set in stone. It's not absolute. If this comes out and you're like, no, I do not want to hear that when it comes to this connection, you can change things. You can change the destination of this relationship. You can improve your chances. So don't feel disheartened about it. We've got a romance angels message. Oh, Two of Cups. Brilliant. I don't think you're going to want to change that. Let your friends help you. Ask for and accept support from others. So what's the outcome? They're hugging each other. They're loving it. It's the Two of Cups, and this is the after tarot, where it shows you what happens after the original. So, you know, in the tarot, they're just holding the cups to each other, but now they've drunk of it and they're holding each other. So it's like forgiveness, it's acceptance, it's love and connection. If this is not a romantic connection, don't panic. You don't have to be all overly emotional and clingy if that's not who you are and not who they are. But it does mean that a rebuilding or a connection made. If it's not rebuilding, it's actually making the connection. And it's emotionally because it's cups. It's mutual feelings. Whatever those feelings are, they're mutual. And the cat's really happy as well. Look how the cat's all, oh, this is wonderful. Positive. I can't say how happy I am to see that there. Because something's being cleansed. So if there's something happened that's caused you to have a bit of a fight, and, you know, somebody's absolutely lost it in the fights, this purpose in the connection is to allow arguments to happen, to grow from them, so that then there can be a reconnection. And let your friends help you. I mean, I'm going to leave that open. It's quite simple. Let your friends help you in this connection. It doesn't mean let your friends interfere in this connection. If this is a relationship, it doesn't mean let them deal with the problems for you. It just means that, you know, if you need them, sounds daft, but just to meet up and have a tea or coffee and, you know, get a bit of advice, brilliant. If it's a case of asking your friends to just be there for you both as you try and deal with something, that's fine. But ask for and then accept the support. So whatever support your friends, if you ask for your friends for support, and that's the recommendation, whatever it is they say, you know, accept their advice, accept their support. And, you know, the only reason you would reject it is if you know absolutely that that's just going to be pouring oil on the fire of the situation. I mean, I'm assuming that this is a serious connection. This has the vibes of a serious connection. If this is someone that you've just met or you're just in connection with and you're confused about all of this, this connection will remove the confusion. And maybe they're friends of friends. Maybe they're friends of friends. Maybe that's what links you. that maybe by actually properly getting to connect with them will help with this. Because I feel that a lot of you are really in need of this Ace of Swords, of a new way of thinking. And this person's going to help you with that. So this is a tenuous or new, fresh, limited connection. In order to get to that point, friends. And I can only think that they are a friend of a friend. But, you know, adapt it to your situation. Adapt it to your situation. So I'm going to leave that there for you, Crunchie Bits, number 4s. I hope that it's helped you. Please let me know in the comments section if it makes any sense, if it resonates in any way. Please take very good care of yourself. Thank you very much for listening to me, and goodbye.